Hello and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta as Humanity First. This is going to be a slightly longer stream than normal, and this is also the beginning of a stream if you're watching this on YouTube. Some family plans has resulted in me, in theory, be going on a trip later this week, and I'll be out for about a week. So we're going to try to sort of record ahead so there is enough to cover the break while I'm gone on YouTube. So this is going to be like a 7-parter tonight, and then the next time we record Terra Invicta will also be a 7-parter. So let's see how the things go. Tech-wise, we're working towards magnetic nozzles, which we need for fusion power plants, or for the fusion drives for the ships. Depending on how we're going to build stuff, we might not necessarily need that right away. Because at this point we do have the Poseidon Lantern, which isn't quite as powerful as the torch, but it is a little bit more... Well, in a way, it isn't actually more radioactive efficient than the torch, but it's less per tank, so you put a little less on the ship. Work on the fusion pile, which probably going forward... Well, the fusion pile probably won't be, but if we get into the Tier 2 and the Tier 3 versions of it, that might just replace fusion on many of our stations, or fission on many of our stations. Working on proscription for the purge bonus. Working on the smart spacecraft defenses, so hopefully our ships hold up a little bit better. Globals, we're pushing towards ultraviolet, so if the spinal neutron lancers aren't sufficient in damage, that we have a fallback on what to build ships out of with the primary ordnance option. And then ultracapacitors helps with Tier 2 plasma, which again is part of the fallback. Right, the fallback, if I can't get either the kinetics to work or the neutron lance to work, is ultraviolet combat lasers into plasma. Or ultraviolet lasers with plasma. So dropping in on Earth, we're not necessarily needing to do much on Earth. We are doing stuff on Earth, because there isn't much point in sitting here doing nothing. South Africa can definitely be added in, and we just finished taking over Mozambique. Both of these can be added into our African Union to make it bigger and stronger peacefully, without having to send troops out of that. The other alternative, of course, is to improve democracy in the African Union, although we'll have to be careful doing that, because as we improve democracy, the ability to use armies to keep the region peaceful is reduced, and there's not very much GDP CP. Yeah, the PC GDP per capita GDP here is pretty weak here in Africa. That's less the case over in the Gulf Union, although with the addition of Yemen into the Gulf Union has tanked, so we're going to improve the GDP there. EU and Russia are going well. EU is at 50k, Russia is at 32 and rising. If we get up to 50k as well, then we won't have as much penalties when we push these two together.
I'm here. We'll see what we can find.
Where do you need me?
Let's get some xenology bonus from
Investigating alien
alien activities. And then we'll go through our counselors quickly, see if there's any XP worth spending. Also taking a quick glance at the org markets to see if there's any useful metal options in there, and there was no real metal options in there. For space mining, I mean. You have some XP. Let's pick up some command on you. I'm not too worried about investigation right now. You're going to pick up your last persuasion. Yeah, that was... Oh, actually, he had a -1 persuasion. So he's actually capped at 24. At this point, he's capped. He's real capped. He won't even pop up as an option, so I won't accidentally click it in. Going forward, he needs science. That's all he needs. Science. Not because science is strong for him, because we're keeping him mostly active, but because he's got nothing else to pick up. Okay, let's confirm assignments and let some time pass. We got ships building in an attempt to stop a assault carrier coming in at Earth. And then we do have ships being built at Mercury. Leading ultraviolet, that's fine. Arrived at Low Cassandra. Again, not much we can do If it decided to do problems, it's targeting Strat 200, which is one of the fission ones. It can't actually run away. So that's not a concern. This is not going to win the fight, so we're just going to basically hit engage, auto-resolve, it goes poof, we hit accept, and we let time pass.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We've got armies showing up to deal with the aliens there.
Move the needle.
Gonna make a funnel there. There's prescription. We don't need the money yet, although Space Hospital would be potentially tempting. I think we'll work up the plasma battery line. We can't take up number 2 until we finish ultra capacitors, but we can do number 1 here. Yeah, we can collect number 1 here. Okay, so we have our Spaceworks in low Mars. There's definitely an argument to be building up a fleet at Mars. So let's immediately start doing that. Is the howitzers my... They're my Marines. Okay, so let's get a batch of 5 howitzers at Mars. And then we'll work on the monitors after that.
Here's what we found.
We have found something.
And there's fusion pile done. Honestly, I probably need the higher tiers of it. So that's the tier 1. So the tier 2 might pop up at any point. I'm actually going to obsolete heavy fission at this point. Armor struts would be something I'd put on if I wanted to carry more armor on the lighter ships. I think we'll work on DNA repairs while we're waiting for the next fusion to pop.
Acknowledged.
Okay, so we got South Africa coming along. And due to public campaign,
Making our
what's
case.
the crackdown chance there?
Ready.
30% of an unspent influence. We've got a decent amount of influence income, so we'll probably go on the purge list.
Cracking down.
Purge and
Where
crackdown,
to?
get the protectorate out of there.
Terminating the opposition.
Policies. Okay, so I can do federate the U. Okay. Might think about that on the next cycle. Okay. I don't think I have a shipyard trying to be built at Earth. Think a little bit better about the metal state. Let's try getting another shipyard going at medium Earth orbit. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Spaceworks. Battle station. Solar farms obviously power it all. Agriculture complex. Might put an LDA on it again. Yeah, let's put an LDI. That'll come. Well, that won't come online quicker than the power plants will be, because the power plants are needed to make it work. But That leaves us some spare slots if we want to use them later. And yeah, we're waiting for stuff to build. 15 days we'll have those howitzers done at Mars. And then we'll want to start building some monitors. Well, or we could build, like, battleships. Battleships or dreadnoughts or something. Okay, you've arrived at a location, so fusion outpost. Putting it down. We need to say we're going to want to mine here. Outpost mining complex, there we go. And it's stuck there until the construction sector is done so we can build a platform.
Lending my expertise.
Okay, we dealt with that megafauna down there. Let's order these guys to go home for the moment.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We've moved the needle.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
At some point we may want that. We're not
We have
too worried about
neutralized
that.
their key people.
Crackdown mission successful. Okay, so with that, the purge should probably work. Yeah, 99% on the purge. Fusion reactor, right? So we're going to set that as a favorite. There's the Martian fleet. Well, that's the first batch of 5 ships. So that's the Marines. The Marines are built. So then we want to jump to monitors. Vanquisher class monitors. Missile bays. Probably going to go up to like 10 monitors there, let's say. And then in tech, we were doing DNA repairs while waiting for that fusion. Reactor array, there's the 5K. We're going to run the reactor array. And yeah. At this point, this will be starting to be a reasonable amount of power. We really want to go probably for the full farm if we're going to displace Vision. And that would be tempting to do. At least for Mars and such.
We are in control now.
There's our first purge there. We don't need to make the weapon, don't need to make that. I'm not too worried about mission control. Don't do boost, so it's funding, unity, and welfare. Oh, I don't need knowledge there. Do welfare instead.
Where to? Targeting their key people.
Crackdown
Acknowledge.
and purge.
Removing our enemies.
What's the
Let's send you up to do the national policy, federate Djibouti.
on my way to the capital?
I suppose Djibouti is not a big rush because it's only 3.1, right? So we can't actually integrate it yet. But I think that's a little bit more important than public campaigning. I might actually have to do stuff to actively stabilize Mozambique and South Africa. We'll see.
At your service.
Augment. You want either persuasion or command. You got decent persuasion for the moment. We'll actually go command. Persuasion or command. I'm probably going to want more command in the short term. Earlier it was persuasion, now it's sort of command. Rolled back around to command. As I'm leading up, taking the techs for breaking up India and China. Don't really need it for India right now, but we'll probably want it for China. Let's go ahead and confirm assignments and let the time pass.
Lending my expertise.
Again, we're waiting for stuff to build. We're also kind of waiting for the aliens to come to us, right? The assault carriers are on their way. We're hoping we can build it enough before they arrive to give them a very explosive welcome.
We've moved the needle.
Okay, so that's another mine. That'll be another good boost to nobles. Also decent metal boost. Done on the 16th of November.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us. The control is vulnerable now.
Oop, we got cracked out. That'll be easy enough to clean up if we actually get purged out.
Policy direction complete.
Federate. Rudy. Confirm. Repeat and continue. Also Chad there, which is why I did repeat and continue, because we're going to want to do Chad as well. I don't need the bomb made at Chad. Although we'll work on welfare. Hab offers to defect. You have Glidison transmission from the crew of Magellan Station, owned by the Resistance. I would like the Resistance actually be reasonably strong. So I'm actually going to tell them no. I'm going to tell them no. Because I don't know what the Hab event would be for the Resistance anyway. There's a chance I don't get them anyway. Go, if you're going to defect to someone else.
We've removed some threats.
Okay.
At
So
your
then
service.
you are gonna crack down the next one. Get
Targeting your
85%
center of
and
power.
purge.
Ready for my mission.
There we go. See how that works. Confirm assignments. Let things pass.
Lending my
The
expertise.
metal pile up. The volatiles pile up. Fusion outpost kit. That's tempting. We'll set that as a favorite. I might actually build fusion chips at some point. That sort of job. Alien Victor 780 completes transfer to low Earth orbit. Coming to Chokai, and unless that's the new station. That is the new station. Okay, so there's nothing we can do about it. They're gonna go blow Chokai up. There goes Chokai. And they're gonna go bounce to another one. In this case, it's Gustavus Adolphus. Again, there's not much we can do about it. Gustavus Adolphus, though, does have weapons, so this time we'll actually have a fight. 1v5, except I'll hit auto resolve and see what we're getting. We're being predicted that we're getting some damage. What are they actually running? Lasers. So they got light mag there. Lasers. Lancer's running a violet laser cannon. Yeah, the violet laser cannon is probably enough to get the station down. I'm surprised the game is giving me damage on that. And there goes another one. Again, we've got no way to defend these stations. We're trying to rapidly build a solution, but we're not getting there. You're going for Foxtrot 434. Okay. Well, they're coming for Foxtrot 434. Hopefully, we still get our Lancers launched before they blow the spaceship, the mine, or blow the station up. 3, 6, 8. So it's 8v9. This is actually a fairly plausible fight. We're probably still not going to win. So I'm going to start this battle. Obviously, full speed. I'm gonna assign 2 to the Lancer, but everyone else is gonna get 1 ship worth of tubes to fire at them. Okay, so we got designated targets for all of them. We're going to order a full ahead. Because really, this is all about getting the projectiles away as fast as possible. Missiles away. All the missiles away. And we're kind of hoping that we do enough damage that they'll leave the station alone. Okay, it looks like they've swapped to trying to target the missiles. Missiles going in frontal approach. Scoring kills. I think we destroyed everything that didn't try to dodge except the Titan. I think the Titan was the only thing to have enough point defense that didn't dodge. Although we did hit a cruiser. Maybe didn't get enough into that cruiser either. Although the Titan is probably enough by itself to take the battle station line. So it looks like the damaged one is going to hit the battle station first. The battle station probably can destroy the damaged one. There we go. Yeah, the battle station was able to destroy the one that was damaged. Are they going to come around for an attack run? Looks like they are turning around for an attack run. Depending on how they stagger in, we may be able to kill a few more of them. Because if the two frigates sort of come in like flanks early, I think we have enough firepower to bring the two frigates down. Not sure about that Titan. We are hoping that the station survives, because if it doesn't, we basically lose the Lancers into construction. We've got the alien ships showing off their maneuverability. Okay, battle station opening up on predicted vectors. Aliens are still maneuvering, so this is unlikely to hit. Although if they maneuver too hard, they might take damage from the green arc. There we go. One of them took damage from the green arc. Probably exposed the side armor while making a turn. Yeah, and it's the Lancer that's going to bring us down. There it goes. Okay, so we're at the mercy of the alien fleet.
The people will come to our side.
Public opinion remains unmoved.
Looks like they weren't there for us. No, they weren't there for the station. I think they were there for the fleet. They blew the fleet up and we're happy with it. Happy with the result. Okay, so there's plasma batteries researched. Oh. Okay, so we've got our first batch of those constructed. Yeah, I think I'll start working on the PsyOps next. Okay, so we've got a lot more Earth ships. I gotta decide where we want to merge them to. First one here is at Cyrus the Great Station. Let's all merge them at Cyrus the Great Station. This will give us 7 ships to respond to the arriving alien fleet. Oh, and you actually don't have the fuel to make that transit. Okay. So you might just be a little stuck. I'll have to up-fuel it if I want to move it. We'll just leave that one there. It'll be fine. So we effectively got 6. Okay. With a batch of Vanquishers and Earth, 130 days. Yeah.
Crackdown complete.
Resupply, join. There we go. So we got 6 ships together. Probably not enough to deal with the assault cruiser, but we're gonna get another batch, I think, built before the assault cruiser arrives.
Mission complete.
Federate with Chad. Confirm, repeat, and continue. Then we'll do Mozambique next. Another mine. Lost that point. We're kind of expecting that to happen sooner rather than later.
Our people have taken control.
Very successful. There we go.
Standing
So,
by.
then we want you to purge, presumably that one.
Targeting
and
the
you want
opposition.
to crack it.
I'm here. Turning up the heat.
And then we're going to confirm assignments and let time pass. Monitor at low Mars orbit. The small batch, I think it's a batch of Marines, right? The 436, yeah, your Marines. This wants to be its own fleet. That will merge on 448. Oops, the last one went the wrong one. Split the monitor off. Monitor. And then 448 merge. The new one. There we go. It's easy to tell you I want to put more ships under construction at Mars. So, monitor. Roll to Mars. Batch of those done in 52 days. And once that batch is done, we'll probably look to just take over more of Mars. And or try to build some battleships.
Lending my expertise.
Or dreadnoughts or something.
Our atoms do not truly touch one another. Like the clouds in the sky, they have no hard boundaries. All they can do is move close enough to influence each other. Chancellor Li Qingzao, lecturer at the University of Cambridge.
Yeah, the different definitions of what you could say do not truly touch one another. I'd probably describe atoms as much more like bouncy balls that can overlap. They definitely touch each other to the degree that you or I touch anything, they touch each other. Just they can physically overlap and they're very elastic in practice. Either way, magnetic nozzle is completed. We contributed the most to the effort, so we get to pick the replacement. Not actually sure what I want to do next. That would help, I think, with lowering mission control from our habitats. That's tier 3 lab. If we really get back into control, we might actually want the tier 3 lab, or tier 3 university, because that would be a good way to really break out, get up to the 10K. Although right now I think that would have to be in Earth. That would have to be Earth orbit. We couldn't do it on Mars or Mercury, and we don't have good control of Earth or Mars right now, so we're not in a rush there. Tier 3 energy wouldn't be bad. That's tier 3 social science as well, so that's an argument there. Could also do Fall of Empires to break up India, China. Okay, let's do Fall of Empires. We got control of ultra capacitors, we could pick the fall up to that. We'll probably do one of the lab ones after that one. Here we go. Unpause, let some time pass.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We have hurt them that it hurts. The people will come to
Oh, this
our
is all going
side.
to be not. Someone kicked it up to 10 unrest. We're about to have a civil war in South Africa. I don't think I can direct invest in... Well, I could do funding. Or oppression to immediately lower it. Am I desperate enough to do that? You know what? Let's... Those are about to get a coup here. Oh, that was... Oppression's real strong, apparently, when you're in such an authoritarian nation. Okay, well, we fixed the insurgency problem. Oh, we still wasn't paying attention. We had that happen in Chad, basically the same thing. I'll have to go pick Chad back over. There's the fusion reactor array. So now we gotta wait for farm. While waiting for farm, we'll go back to DNA affairs. Coming to low Mars orbit. They might not be coming for us. We don't have full control over the ground.
Policy direction
Although they
complete.
probably are coming for us. There's the Poseidon torch. Who would hypothetically contemplate building some ships using the torch? There are our Lancers. Hopefully they will perform effectively in the defense of Mercury. I'm only going to be able to really afford building those 5 for now. They gotta prove their worth before I can get more, because they cost so many exotics. Is an argument to go for more battleships in the meantime. Yeah, I'm gonna build some of these dreadnoughts to serve as backup to the Lancers. I'm gonna get 5 of these into construction at Mercury. And the 10 of them should be enough to control Mercury. And if it isn't, I don't have control of Mercury, let's just say. That's sort of the math we're looking at there. The harsh reality of that math.
Our associates are now in charge.
Now, there's a couple different ways I can get back into Chad. Originally, the quickest way is probably to... Oh, I should have hit confirm there. Too late. Quickest way is probably just to induce unrest there. Again, take back to 10.
The people demand justice.
Your orders?
Ready for orders. The people demand justice.
You probably want more persuasion. You can go up to 25, so we'll give you 24. Okay, that's everything for the moment. Let's go one more counselor cycle here before we bring this
Lending
part
my
to a
expertise.
close. Yep. Launch targeting low Earth orbit 1. Okay.
The people will be free.
The uprising is underway.
Oh, coup d'etat in Mozambique. Okay.
Public opinion is moving in our direction. The revolution is coming.
We're fighting for the area down here. Did you need to crack down the same place multiple times, guys?
Mission complete.
Private Mars. They are bombarding one of our bases. Do I want to respond to it? Honestly, I probably don't respond to this. They're bombing this base. This base doesn't have the capacity to return fire in any appreciable manner. It's only 5 ships, though. I should probably respond. Okay. I'll hit auto-resolve, see how the auto-resolve works. Auto-resolve works, yeah. Okay. Don't need to micro that badly, and then obviously we take you back to port for repairs. Honestly, I might be able to just coup d'etat the back.
Where to?
Solution by coup d'etat. Yeah.
Time for some new leadership.
They coup d'etat me, we coup d'etat them. It's yin and yang, who cares? When did I get Chen back? Oh, well, either way I got it back already, okay.
Ready for orders. Restoring order.
Standing by for orders.
Acknowledged.
Ready for orders. We'll make our appeal.
Okay. And yeah, I think I'm going to try to keep the parts during the stream a little on the shorter side. We are going to record 7 parts, so we're going to get a little bit ahead on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. We're going to record another 6 parts during this stream. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We're going to take a short break here so I can get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, but then we'll be back to record some more. Until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Get you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.